The gun epidemic in the U.S. was much worse for children during the pandemic, according to a new report. It found visits to pediatric ERs for firearm injuries doubled during the pandemic. Deaths from gun injuries in children and teens also doubled during that time. Dr. Jennifer Hoffman is an ER doctor at Lurie Children's Hospital and the lead author in this study. She joins us now. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
The statistics are really horrible. What age children are we talking about here?
We looked at all children under 18 years old. So that included toddlers, middle-aged children, adolescents.
And this was really across the board, from underrepresented areas to wealthy areas, right? It seems like the injuries did not discriminate.
We did see that 2 out of 3 injuries were from children from under-resourced neighborhoods, but we also saw increases in neighborhoods with varying socioeconomic strata. So it seems like all children, no matter where they live, aren't immune to the growing risks of firearm injuries.
And doctor, tell me about the types of injuries. Were these all accidental shootings?
So we're seeing increases in 3 different types of firearm injuries. Accidental injuries most commonly occur among young children and toddlers if they get into a firearm that's in the home that's been stored unsafely. So we really recommend that all parents store firearms in the home locked, unloaded, and with the ammunition stored separately. We also saw in recent years increases in suicide attempts among teenagers, and we know that firearms are the most common means that teens use of teens who die by suicide. It's important to recognize that not all teenagers will have signs of mental illness before suicide. Suicides can be impulsive, so reducing access to a firearm in the home is the most important thing parents can do to prevent teen suicide. And then finally, we're also seeing assault-related injuries related to increases in community violence.
Oh boy. I mean, clearly safe storage is an issue. Is this something that you spoke with parents about when the children came in with these injuries?
Absolutely. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that firearms in the home be stored safely, so that they be stored, again, as I said, locked, unloaded, and with the ammunition stored separately. Parents may also want to ask if their child is going on a play date to another home, are their firearms kept in that home and are they stored safely?
Boy, that is really some good advice. What is your biggest message here? Because people talk about the gun debate being about guns, yet in your case, you're looking at children who have been shot, either by an attempted suicide potentially or an accidental shooting.
You know, Dina, these data really need to serve as a wake-up call. It shows that we need to do more to protect children and to keep them safe from guns. And the fact is that we already know what works. We need to ban assault weapons, require background checks, and we need policies that require guns to be stored in ways that children can't access them. We also need to invest in research to understand why these injuries are occurring and the best ways to help children after they're injured.
So tell me, are you going to continue the research? I mean, you did the ER incidents. What's next?
I think we need more research into understanding the long-term physical health and mental health consequences that a firearm injury can have on a child. Here at Lurie Children's, we'll be starting an innovative hospital-based violence intervention program in the coming years, where we're going to be helping youth who are injured by a firearm throughout their recovery journey.
Yeah, it's so profound because we talk so much about mental health maybe leading up to some of these injuries and suicide attempts, but rarely do we talk about what happens after someone has been a victim of gun violence or perhaps someone that they know or love.
And we even know that children who aren't directly injured, but who are exposed to violence in their communities indirectly can have adverse mental health consequences. They can have increases in anxiety, depression, even traumatic stress disorders. And so it's important for us to address this at a societal level for our children's health.
Yeah, the ripple effect is pretty profound. Dr. Jennifer Hoffman, thank you so much for your research and thanks for joining us here. You at home can read more on the report on our website at WGNTV.com.